Hey guys, welcome back. I've been sidetracked for the last 5 days, and there is a reason for that, but that's classified right now. I need to talk. I'm exhausted. I'm so sorry for not doing Fan Art Friday or Saber Saturday. And during the live stream I recorded today, you guys, I'm sure you could see I was completely out of it. I'm even falling behind on my actual job. I've got 5 projects due next week. If I don't rearrange my schedule, I'm in deep soup. So for those of you who did not see the live stream, this is what I'm going to do. I am no longer doubling up on vlogs. It's not working with YouTube's algorithm anyway, because the ones I've got are getting hardly any views, so I need to do just a few vlogs with slightly longer run time and better content. And let's face it, none of them are terribly popular. I'm hoping I can make my editing better and just make a nice, long, cinematic style vlog on the days that I do record videos. Now back to your regular vlog. I know this is not the most flattering angle, but it's 9 o'clock at night, and I wanted to give you guys something. Today I'm going to be talking about another family memory concerning Star Wars, and this one is going to concern not only my immediate family, but my extended family as well. Several members of my family, including one of my uncles, one of his daughters, and at least one of my second cousins are just as hardcore Star Wars fans as I am. I mean, super, super, super hardcore. Star Wars has been pretty much a family affair. My dad introduced me to it. My brother and I are Star Wars fans. I would call my sister a very casual fan, more part of the general audience. Mom doesn't like it at all, although she does like Jar Jar. She thinks Jar Jar is cute and funny. You will recall my story about seeing Star Wars for the first time in 1989, so I know for sure I was 3 years old. I cannot recall the first time I saw the entire Star Wars trilogy, but it could possibly have been when me and my family went up to Washington State to visit my grandpa and step-grandma. While we were there, we watched one Star Wars movie every night, episodes 4, 5, and 6, of course. And I don't think it was my very first time seeing them, but I know I hadn't seen them a whole lot. I was only about 5 then. I was tactless enough the next time I visited my uncle, the hardcore Star Wars fan uncle, if we could borrow the Star Wars movies, because we couldn't find them at the video store. And the oldest cousin looked at me kind of with a lifted eyebrow like, "What are you, nuts?" And that was pretty funny. That particular cousin at the time had a plush Ewok, and it was gray and striped, I think very similar to either the Ewok that was on the hang glider or the Ewok that was hit by a mortar in episode 6 and didn't make it. But we were playing with our cousins, and I saw the Ewok, I snagged it, and I fell in love with it. I almost tried to smuggle it home, and my older cousin was like, you give that back to me, because that's mine. Ever since then, wanted a stuffed Ewok so bad. To this day, that oldest cousin is still a hardcore Star Wars fan. She was actually surprised at how well my brother and I did at Star Wars Trivial Pursuit, which we had never played before, when we visited again in 2001. So I'm trying to pass it on to my nieces and nephews. Specifically, my oldest nephew, anytime he was over, I trained him well. At the age of 18 months, he had about 9 Star Wars characters' names memorized. Though these days, he's sort of more into Minecraft and Pokemon, but he still really, really likes Star Wars and loves watching it with me. And what's really special is he was born in 2005, when Revenge of the Sith came out. My sister saw it in the theater while he was still in the oven. After that, there was a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to get into, but there was a long period of time where I couldn't even see my nephew, probably about 3 years. But then we were back to seeing him on a regular basis, and then episode 7 came out, and I was able to take him to see the next generation of Star Wars movies. So it's like it came full circle, and that was the most special thing in the world, sitting in the theater with my dad, who introduced me to Star Wars, and my nephew, who I introduced to Star Wars. And yes, if I'm ever blessed enough to have kids of my own, I definitely want to pass it on to them. I mean, if they don't like it, that's fine. I introduced my niece to it, but, she just likes BB-8 and a couple of Ewoks. She's not really into the story at all. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Nobody has to like Star Wars, and just sharing it with the next generation is fun. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I will try and do better with these things next week, hopefully with not as many vlogs to get. I'll be okay, but like I said, I've got 5 projects due next week. It's question of the day. Do any members of your family like Star Wars? Go ahead and post a comment. So, I will see everybody on Monday with another episode 9 update, and until then, God bless and may the Force be with you. Bye.